Welcome in. Make sure y'all go to the YouTube channel. Hey, Miss T, make sure y'all go over to YouTube. We are live on YouTube, y'all. We're about to do our free Cricut workshop. Welcome in. Okay, come on over. It's in my TikTok, y'all. It's in my TikTok. Go click on it. Let me know y'all here when y'all get there. Hello, Taylor. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Look, I'm trying to get it nice and a good view. How y'all doing? Come on in. You know what? I didn't even send y'all an email, huh? Let me send an email so nobody can say we didn't remind them. Welcome in, welcome in. Make sure you're coming over to YouTube. We are doing our week 2 of our Cricut workshop. I'm gonna let the room fill up. Make sure you share out the live. Make sure you like the live. If you're over on TikTok, please go to our YouTube channel, please. I got a laminator yesterday, but I'm trying to save it for the embossing machine. Okay. Okay. It's okay. We can start there. We can do a lot with laminator machines. Hello, I. Hello, hello. Make sure you come on over to YouTube. It is linked in my bio if you guys are watching on what are y'all watching on? TikTok. I was like, wait, what is everybody watching on? I'm just sending out the email to everybody. What you doing, Stink? I got some cute things in store for you today. We're going to do a bookmark and I'm going to do a nameplate to kind of show you guys how to layer cardstock. All right. I just finished the email and I'm about to send it out. Any questions? Did anybody have any questions for me before we get started? I need it though. I'm making some signs for my baby shower. What signs are you making for that you're using the embossing machine for? Are you just gonna do the background of it? Hold on, y'all, because it looked like my email don't look edit content. Hold on. I don't think I hit save. Today is July 2nd, 1 o'clock. Okay, it's done. All right. How y'all doing? Can y'all drop in the chat that y'all hear? Can you drop in the chat that you hear? Oh, where did I was like, wait, where did the thing go? All right. Whew. Let's pull out some cardstock. I guess we should start there. Let's get some, because we're going to do a couple of different things today. So the main thing we're going to be making, we're going to make a nameplate, which I'm going to be showing you guys how to create your own watermark using cardstock. Hey, Sandy. So I'm going to try to get as close to my brand colors as possible. So we need a purple. That's what we're going to start with. And then I'll show you guys the screen and we'll go from there. Did anybody have any questions? Y'all, we are on week 2. Last week we did acrylic bookmarks and we also did some keychains. So that's what we made last week. Okay. We also made a cup wrap. So vinyl on our cup wrap. So this week we're going into week 2 where we're going to be creating cardstock items. Okay. So last week was intro to permanent vinyl. This week is our cardstock. Okay. Do y'all have any questions? Any questions that came about from last week that maybe you guys still had questions for? Also, if you haven't already, please check out the VIP pass because you get way more with it. You also get access to the replays. We had study hall this week where you guys can come and log on, ask questions. So yeah, make sure you guys look at the VIP Plus pass. It is on sale as well. So like I stated, we're going to get as close as possible. That's too light. Look, I do color coordinate my cardstock. Okay, so I'm going to try to get as close as I can. Oh, this look like this is it. Perfect. Look at that. Okay, that's close enough. That's close enough. All right, so we're going to do that. That is our watermark. And then we're also going to make some bookmarks. And we're going to use some, I think I'm going to use some gold. I want this one to pop. So I think I'm going to do gold. We're going to do a deep purple. We're going to do a gold, a deep purple, and black. I used to get a lot of my cardstock from Aunt Jo, but Aunt Jo decided to close on this. Hello, if you guys are watching me on TikTok, please make sure you come over to our YouTube channel. We are live where you can see the overview and everything that we are working on today. We are doing our free Cricut workshop and we're working on cardstocks today. We're going to be making bookmarks, and we're going to be making a watermark. So teaching you how to take your logo, your brand, and creating your own watermark that you can use. You can click my link in my bio to come on over to YouTube. YouTube, can you drop in the chat that you're here? Please share out the live, please, on YouTube. Hey, Papa. I need you to keep it down, please. I don't think you should be in there playing. If you're going to sit down and play with your trucks, you can do that. Thank you. I'm trying to see where all my glitter cardstock went. Oh, you know what? I know where it went. My handy dandy. I was like, where's my glitter cardstock? I found it. I remember. Because y'all know I told y'all I keep my cardstock and I keep a lot of my items in my, not me using the keyboard. Also, are the VIP? No, the VIP pass is a one-time payment, Miss Sandy. It is on sale. It's one time. It is linked in my bio on both TikTok and YouTube. It comes with the replay. You also get entered into a raffle. You also get free access to the live cake topper class that we're going to be doing. Shoot, what else? It's so much that you get with that here. I'm gonna list it all out. You get 50% off of my future workshops that I do by myself for the 2025. You also get the SVGs that we are working on. You get a 1-hour study hall session next week. So usually the week after, where you guys can come on and talk to me one-on-one, and we do a private group for that. What else? You also get my ebook for free. That's included. And you get replays for all of the 4 week workshops. So it's great value for what you get. So just run it down one more time. If you guys are interested, I do have a VIP Plus pass that you can purchase, and it gets you access to all 4 workshop replays. You get a bonus live workshop with me making cake toppers. You will also get my Cricut sticker ebook. You will get some files and some bonus things as well. You will get a 1-hour study hall the week after the workshop. You will also get entered into a drawing for Amazon gift card, and you also get 50% off of all of my future 2025 workshops that I host personally. So it's a great value. It's something that you can utilize moving forward, and it's not, you can go back and rewatch everything if you're not able to work along with me, live today. So for the replays alone, it's worth it. For the replays alone. All right, so what I am doing is I was looking for some glitter cardstock. So I like to store my cardstock straight. Okay, I don't store it sideways. Here goes some glitter. How can we make this work? It'd have to go with some greens. Is this too dark? No, it's not too dark. Look, we're going to use what we have. I tell y'all all the time, use your scraps. If you save them, make sure you use them. Hey, Miss Dominique, make sure y'all come over to YouTube. We are live on our YouTube channel, okay? Okay. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do the lime green. We got the scraps. We're going to use it. All right. So I store my cardstock flat. I do not store it rolled up. Hello, Miss Pigeon. I just am started. We haven't even started the project, Miss Pigeon. We are still working on getting our cardstock and the color scheme that we're going to be going with. So I think I'm going to go with these 3 greens for the bookmark. So we're going to be making a bookmark. We're also going to be making a watermark for your business. Okay. All right. Do I have any other glitter cardstock? I don't think I do. And I thought I had grabbed some, but I don't think I did because I wanted y'all to see a variety. But we got some. We good. All right. Okay, so this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to use this color scheme. And then we're going to do our watermark is going to be this color scheme, which our watermark is going to be our business colors. And we're going to create our own watermark. All right. Everybody on YouTube, you guys can see me okay? Let me try to see if I can go to it. I just want to make sure y'all are clear. All right, cool. Y'all can see me good. Y'all can see me good. Yes. All right. Make sure y'all close the chat. Go double go thumbs up the live and then come back and you can open back up the chat, okay? For those of you who are on YouTube. Those of you who are on TikTok, feel free to share out the live, but also come on over and hang out with us on YouTube. All right, so we're gonna switch over. And we're gonna just kind of talk about cardstock for a second, okay? I was gonna say, what is cardstock? It's paper. So we're gonna talk about the difference between the different types of cardstocks that are out there. Okay. All right. So first you have basically cardstock is a thicker type of paper when you're crafting, card making, or even making like decor. So usually you have like copy paper, you have your cardstocks. It's just that thicker version. So you have like a printer paper, which is thin and floppy. That's about 20 to 32 pounds. You have your cardstock that is thicker and it's a lot stiffer, and that's about 65 to 110 pounds. And then you have your specialty paper, which you will see like glitter papers, vellum, foils. Those are what we call specialty paper. Okay, and so today we're going to be talking about how to layer your paper and your cardstocks, how to cut it on your Cricut, and do all of those things. Okay. So what would you use your Cricut, your the pounds when it comes to your cardstock? So usually for me, my 65-pound cardstock, I do for more intricate cuts, like when I'm layering a project, because I don't need it to be as thick, because I'm going to be layering it. So 65 layered will give you the thickness that you will want, right? My 80-pound, I like to do like my cards or 3D paper crafts for that. And then for the 110 pounds, I like to do like boxes, or if you see me making my purses, my party favors, that's when I like to use like my heavier 110-pound. Okay. Now you can get your paper from a variety of places. You can get, I love recollections, or recollections, recollection. Y'all know what I'm saying. From Michael's. It's usually, they come in like the 65-pound packs. Cricut brand. I also have some Cricut brand, cardstock as well. And then I do have some listed in my storefront from Amazon. Okay. I do recommend that when you are storing your vinyl, you store it flat. You do not want to store it rolled up. You want to make sure that you're using the right mat. You want to use the blue or the green mat. I prefer the blue, which is a light grip mat. And then you have your standard grip mat, which is green. Okay. When I'm using cardstock, I like to use my brayer. It helps your cardstock gets into the stickiness of your board. So I love using a brayer, and you'll see me doing all of that. Okay. If you're using a new type of cardstock, so a thicker piece of glitter or something like that, you want to make sure to do a test cut. I showed y'all in the last video how to do the test cut. I like to do a rectangle with a triangle in the middle. And then as long as it pulls straight up, then you have the perfect cut. You don't want to start with a new type of paper and then do a new setting and cut your whole project out. You will mess up paper, ruin paper. So I prefer that you start it with just little test cuts. Okay. Are there any questions or anything in particular you guys are wanting to learn in regards to the cardstock? I don't know how to TikTok. I don't know how to keep y'all where y'all. I need y'all to come over to the YT. Okay, I need y'all to come over to the YT. Hello, hello, welcome in. Thank you for the daily heart me's. I appreciate y'all sending them. Um, I want to learn how to make cake toppers. So, Mariana, that the cake toppers are not included in the free workshop, but for the people who purchase the VIP plus pass, you will get the cake topper included in that as well. But the steps that I'm taking today will also be the same steps that you would take. But I won't be specifically doing cake toppers, but we do cake toppers as well. This is an example of one that is layered. And I show you guys, we're going to be creating cake toppers in our next course or workshop, I should say. All right. So we definitely go over how to create, but it won't be in this particular workshop. Can I watch? So yes. So if you guys get the VIP plus work pass, it comes with replay for all of 4 workshops. You also get my ebook included. You get the live cake topper class included. You get a live 1 hour what is it called? What did I say? Study hall with me. So you get a lot of different things, and you also get included into a raffle for a Amazon gift card. Okay, so please make sure y'all check out the VIP pass because I'm telling you, just for the replays alone, it's worth it. All right. So what we're going to be needing today is very simple. We're going to be using cardstocks. As y'all see, I have a variety of different cardstocks. I do encourage you, when you have like big pieces like this left over, please make sure that you are reusing or saving it and storing it somewhere, but that you also go back and use it. So like when I'm doing bookmarks or nameplates or something like that, this is a nice thick piece that I can use at a later time. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna need this. We're gonna use our light grip mat, and I believe we're also gonna use our standard grip, and I'm gonna use my Maker 3. I'm trying to think. We're gonna dive right on in, y'all. If you're on if you're on TikTok, please make sure that you come on over to YouTube and hang out with us. I have a question. Do you pay Cricut subscription? I do not. So I'm going to show you how to utilize outside sources today with our workshop. Okay. Any other questions in regards to cardstock and cardstock paper? Hey, Papa, can you please keep it down? Can you close your door? Thank you. All right, I'm going to share my screen so that you guys can see my Cricut workshop. Okay, yeah, no, everything we're making today, you do not need to have the workshop for it. I'm not the workshop, the Cricut access. So I'm going to show you how to utilize it without having Cricut access. Okay, let's share my screen. Always have to remember how to. All right, can y'all let me know that you can see the screen okay? Those of you who are on YouTube, can you just drop in the chat that y'all can see the Cricut workshop screen? You're new to using your machine. Well, I'm glad you came over and found us. Okay, y'all can see. Cool. All right. So what we're going to do first, I want to show you all. I want to show you all how to. Hold on. Is anybody working along with me? Or is everybody just watching and taking notes? Is anybody working along with me? Hello, Quiet Storm. Oh, you just saw me on. I love it. Okay, okay. Listening and taking notes. Miss Vanessa, make sure you come on. I can't see y'all on TikTok. I can only see like random comments. So if y'all are commenting, thank y'all for joining. Thank you for sharing out the live. Thank you for double tapping the screen. But I do ask that you also come on over um to YT so that you can be a part of all the tutorials and details. Okay. If you need to figure out where my YT is, it's linked in my bio. Okay. All right. So, all right. So, Creative Fabrica. I love Creative Fabrica. If you do not have Creative Fabrica, please go to my link in bio and download it and subscribe. It is like $4 a month. I forget. We could talk freely, but TikTok is listening too. But it's $4, and it's so much that you can utilize and that you can do when using projects with your Cricut. All right. So the first project that we're going to do is we're going to look for, I want to do a butterfly bookmark. All right. So I want to do a couple of different bookmarks today so that you guys can kind of see. And I'm also going to show you how to recreate it your own, just in case you don't have Creative Fabrica and all you have is the design space. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So I think this is super dope. So this is definitely going to be one of the projects that we make today. Okay. I'm just going to bring them up so that you can see. We're also going to create, I don't know, what other one can we do? We can do, let's try heart bookmark. So, I like to sit and figure it out and recreate the wheel, but I'm telling you guys, you don't have to. You can literally go and utilize it on Creative Fabrica and find different things or ideas that you may have. And I'm sure there's going to be hundreds of things that come up that you can utilize and do. Okay. I'm just going to go back up to this top one, and we're going to do this layered paper cut. Okay, so these are going to be the two projects, but I'm also going to show you how to, if you didn't have Creative Fabrica, how to utilize it. So this is a two-part workshop. I wanted to show it. There was a lot of questions about Creative Fabrica in our last weeks, as well as in my study hall. There was a lot of questions. So I said, you know what? For those who want to be able to purchase the replay, they'll have how to utilize Creative Fabrica. Okay. All right. So once you find what you want, and when I say Creative Fabrica, you could be versatile. You can use all type of things. If you wanted to do a 3D bookmark, you can utilize so many different items. If you were a planner, you like to make, I don't know, weight loss planner, weight loss planner, because just because you guys are using your Cricut, you can, not an F planner, you can utilize it for a lot. Oh my goodness, a lot of different things. So you can pretty much type in anything. If you do embroidery, you got embroidery font. If you want to purchase font, all type of stuff, y'all. All right. So don't sleep. So if I made an image in Canva, I would save it as an SVG. You would save it as a PNG, depending, so that you can be able to separate the colors. SVGs are really different in Canva. If you want to be able to use different colors, but it's the same object, from week 1, I did show you how to duplicate and remove the contour. But yes, you can upload it from Canva to be able to ungroup it, which is what you're going to see me do. Okay. So let's start with this heart bookmark. All right. So when you find something that you like in Canva, you're going to go and you're going to download it. Okay. I always make sure that it has the commercial use, because usually a lot of times when I'm getting things, I'm usually wanting to make it to sell it. So that is why I like to use the commercial, make sure it's commercial use. Okay. That does mean you still need to go in and change. You can't just take this project and resell it out. Okay, so this is a SVG that I'm downloading, Taylor, so that you'll be able to see how to utilize that when you save your own SVG. Okay. All right, so we're going to save that one, and we're also going to go and we're going to save this one. I think this is super cute. Once y'all see how this is done, you're going to be like, oh, that's so easy, because I'm going to show you how to make it in Canva. I'm sorry, in Design Space, just in case you don't have it, just in case you don't have Creative Fabrica. All right. Any questions so far? And I thank y'all for joining me today. If you're just not joining, my name is Farron. I'm the creator behind Design Mastery Studio, and I am here to help you be more confident in the things that you want to create. I specialize in the Cricut. So we are in our 4-week Cricut workshop, and I just want you guys to be able to walk away with understanding how to utilize your Cricut, what to use your Cricut for, and just have a base starting point so that you can get your Cricuts out of your boxes. Okay. My video went completely viral, and so many people I did not realize just did not know how to use it. So I was like, you know what? Let's launch this workshop just for them. All right. So now we're going to open up our Cricut. I do have other projects here. So this is your panel. I went through an overview in week 1. So again, you guys can purchase the replays for all of the workshops with the VIP Plus Pass. All right. So we're going to go and we're going to get our our project that we just downloaded. Okay. So we're going to upload and we're going to browse. I'm going to start with the bookmark first. Okay, this is going to it's giving me 3 different colors, and I'm going to hit continue. Okay. After you upload, you can see that your project is transparent because you can see the hexagon background or square background that shows that it's translucent. Okay, so that means that your background is removed. Okay, so we have it. You always want to name your projects. Don't be like me where I have to go and scroll all the way down because I can't just type in what I'm looking for because I did not utilize naming my images from the beginning. But because we downloaded it, it's going to name it what it is. So now we're going to upload this project. All right. So we're going to focus on this bookmark first. Okay. So we all know we're not going to do 55 inches long. So I want to be a little bit more realistic in how big we want them. I know for sure my height, I like to do, let me get my ruler out. It just depends. But today we're going to use the height of, hold on y'all, because I had some other, we're going to utilize the height of 6. I like a good chunky bookmark, so I like a 6x2. But at least I know my height is going to be 6. Okay, so then we can separate them and zoom in. So if your project is this small, but you see it says 6 inches, you just want to go down to the bottom and zoom in until you get it to where you can see. I like 100%, but we're just going to go a little bigger. All right. So Taylor just asked the question: when you save your projects as SVGs and you upload them, are you able to separate the colors? So Taylor, this is going to be the perfect example for you where you can utilize and you can see the 3 different colors that I have on the screen. So when you upload a picture that is SVG, not PNG, SVG, then it's going to give you this option where you can ungroup. So if you narrow it down, you can see that there are 3 different projects that is grouped together. So all you would do is take this and go and ungroup it. All right. So once you ungroup it, now the projects are individual, and you will see that each project is 1.86 by 6. All right. So again, you can be versatile. I can stretch this out. Again, I like to do 2.5, so I am going to change it to 2.5. You want to unlock this up top. This is going to allow you to be able to create how you want it to be. Okay. So if I was to lock it, it's going to change. Whatever I do to one side, it's going to do to the other. So because I only want to deal with the width, I'm going to unlock and I'm going to change it to 2.5. Okay. Same thing here. I'm going to unlock it, and I want it because you want the things to line up properly. Okay. And again, I like a chunky bookmark. If you like more of a, you see it, because I didn't unlock it, it changed the height as well. So you just hit the backspace. There we go. And we're going to try this again. We're going to unsnap it. And if y'all have any questions as I go, please just let me know. Okay. All right. So now all of my projects line up, and this one will be ready to go. Okay. So now while you have this, you could utilize and you can change the colors. So the colors that are on the screen does not matter. What matters is the color of your paper or material that you're going to be using. The only time the color on the screen matters is if you're using a print and cut feature. Okay. That's the only time the color on the screen matters. So when you're using it as a basic cut, it does not matter what your color is on the screen. I changed the color to be as close to my paper as possible because I want to make sure that I am using different color mats. Okay. So that is how you ungroup, resize a project that you upload that is SVG. Now, if you're like, okay, Farron, I really want to create, but I don't have Creative Fabrica, right? So this is how you would utilize and create this project similar, right? Because everything is inspiration. We don't like to recreate, copy, but everything is inspiration. So we would like to use this one as an inspiration. And you're like, okay, I don't have Creative Fabrica, but I do want to learn how to create it. So what I always say, I click on images. And if you want to utilize images that are in Cricut Design Space, there's going to be this filter up here. If you click on free, whatever you type in is going to bring up all of the free products. Okay, so in this case, I have not checked, but let's see if they have hearts. I was working on butterflies, but let's see if they have hearts. So they do. All right, so they have a lot of different shapes and ways to do hearts. I'm going to keep it simple, and I'm going to utilize this heart. Okay, the base is going to be a shape. All right. Always, I shouldn't have done the heart first, but always work backwards. So my base is a square, a rectangle, right? So I'm going to download a square and I'm going to make it the size that I want. So I like it to be 6 inches, and you can do 2, you can do 2.5, do whatever your heart desires. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let's see. The height, I'm going to do 6. It's still not giving me what I want. Hold on, y'all. Because I want to get as close as I can. Okay, here we go. I was just picking the wrong shapes. All right, so this is my square. All right, and so this is the base of your bookmark. Okay, so now I'm like, I want to add a duplicate of it. Okay, because I want to add my little hearts on the inside. So I'm going to duplicate. Take that back. I'm going to do an offset, but I'm going to do an invert offset because I want it to give me the inside of the offset. Okay. So I'm going to click offset, but I'm going to drag it to the left side of the screen. And you can see that there's a blue line that's going to light up, and you just choose whichever that you prefer. All right. So we're going to cancel. All right. So now I just made an offset, but on the inside, because I don't want my project to be bigger than the 6.0. Okay. I don't want it to go bigger than that. So I want to start designing on the inside, but I like my base color to be shown on the outside of this. All right. So now I'm like, I want to utilize, I want to duplicate our original project because that's our base, right? So now I want to slice. All right. So I want to get this middle to where I just have the outline of this cardstock shape. Okay. So I'm going to slice this project. So when you slice, you're removing the inside. Okay. So now I'm going to change this to different color so you can see it. Now you can see my project is the same, but I'm going to start building on the inside. Do y'all see that? If I'm moving too fast, just let me know. Feel free to ask any questions. Again, I do offer you guys the replay. Okay? All right. So now we're like, all right, Farron, we got it. I feel it. If you wanted to just stop here and have a base and an outline, your bookmark is done. Okay? But I want to add some hearts. I maybe want to add my name. I want to be a little bit more creative. So I'm going to start building the inside of my bookmark. All right, let's zoom in just a little bit so you guys can see it a little better. All right. So basically, if I was to put it here, it's not connected to anything. All right. So you want your whatever project. Okay. Y'all see how I'm trying to click on the heart and the heart is not letting me click? It's because my project is above the heart. So I want to use my arrange button and I want to move that to the back. So now when I click, I get access to the project that's on the middle. Okay, so if you were getting that where every time you tried to do it and it wouldn't let you do it, you just need to move the project to the back. All right. So now I want to start putting some hearts, but you want your inside to connect to the outside. All right. So that way you don't want no gaps. You don't want it to be like this because it's not going to connect. It's almost like cursive, right? You want it to connect. So we're going to take it, and I just want to get enough in the corner to where I can see it being connected. Okay. And then I'm going to just duplicate that. So I can come down here. I'm going to go here. And then I'm just freestyling this, y'all. I am not, we just freestyling. Okay. Again, you want it to connect. You see how it's still connecting to something else. It's not loose. Okay. You want it to connect. Yes, you're not seeing. Make sure if you're on TikTok, if you look on the screen, we are live on YouTube. So you have to come over to YouTube so that you can see the screen clearly. Okay. All right. So now we have that. And now I'm like, okay, I want to make another one, but I want to make this one a little bigger. But I don't want to go outside of this. So I kind of like how that looks. Okay. What y'all think? What y'all think? And so if you're trying to visualize, Farron, what are you doing? This is what I'm doing. Again, y'all saw this. You saw how my full picture doesn't go on top. That's because I need to take this and move it to where? Where do I want to go? Can anybody tell me what I want to utilize to move this to the back? Y'all got to engage today. It's a free workshop, but I want y'all to engage. I want you to ask questions. I want you to take notes. I want you, if you're working along with me, I want y'all to be a part of it. Okay. I don't want to just be talking. So can y'all tell me, how do I utilize to where my project, this is my bottom? I don't want this to go in between what I'm making. Awesome. Arrange. So I want to click on this item and I want to arrange it and move it to the back. Good job, y'all. Good job. Okay. So, hey, Ms. Anderson. So now, if you do it now, both of my projects are going to go. So now you can kind of see we're building a bookmark. All right. So this is one color. My base is just a full. And now I'm building the top of how I wanted to layer on top of my bookmark. Okay. Y'all following that? So I'm just building. You can use whatever you want. If you wanted stars, if you wanted, I got other little stuff in here, but I was working on an African American one with my Bantu knots. Because when I got my silk press, I Bantu my I Bantu my hair to keep my curls. But even if you wanted to do something like this and put it into your bookmark, like you could be so creative. This was a bookmark I was creating. I made, if we have time, I'll show y'all what I was doing with that. Okay, so all right. So now I'm like, I want to do some words, but I'm like, do I want to do it straight? Do I want to do it sideways? Let's see. Let's see what I want to do. I'm going to just add my name. We went over how to do text in week 1. All right. But short version, you're going to hit the text button. I like to type out the item that I'm going to be creating first before I change the font. But this is actually the font that I love using. It is called Almond and Light. And it's just a cute cursive font. All right. So I'm going to make it. Okay. It's not going to connect. So I got to make it connect, right? We got to add stuff around it. Uh-oh. Hold on. Where did it go? There we go. We got to add stuff around it. So, and instead of, let's see. Y'all, we are just freestyling, okay? So I want to make this connect to my name down here. I also need it to connect so that the dot will connect. And I don't have to have the dot. I want it to be something like that. And then I want to do another one, like connecting these two. So y'all see what I'm doing? I'm just connecting the project. I'm connecting the layers. Okay. And if you got to zoom in, you zoom in. Okay. Y'all see how I'm doing that? All right. So now looking at this, everything is connected. Everything is, for the most part, connected. We could do another one down here just for the kicks of it. And if you know me, you know I love hearts. So this is like right up my alley. And again, you could just play around with where you want. You just don't want anything out like this. Okay. So if you want to connect your hearts, maybe like there. We can make this one a little bigger. There we go. So we'll do something like that. Okay. So now you see that there are 2 different colors. Okay. So now I'm going to use my layer panel. Okay. So this is your panel over here. This is where you get all of your projects that you're working on. If, like you can see, I have a lot of projects on this one screen. Okay. So this is where you can see all of the things that you're working on. So I want to move just the pink. So I'm just going to find my pink background. Watch it be all the way at I knew it was going to be all the way at the bottom. And I want to move. I want to get my pink and I want to move it out the way. Okay. So now I have this. You see, it's 2 different colors. I want to highlight everything. Hold on. This doesn't look like it's fully connected. Hold on. Let's make this a little bigger. I will just make sure it's connected over there. Okay. So now you see that my name is a different color. Okay. So now I'm going to highlight, and it's going to highlight the entire layer over here of all the layers that's in this project that we're working on. Okay. I'm going to come over here. You can do a couple of different things. You can hit weld. Okay. Once you do well, it's permanent. There's no going back. There's no going back to edit. If I wrote something wrong or if I wanted to add, it's permanent. There's no going back. So for the sake of that, we're going to undo that. I like to utilize Unite. Unite is the same feature, except you are able to come back and edit. Okay. You see here, instead of it making a whole new one, it gave it to where it was one. All right. So now this project is one project. Okay. It's one. And then now you have your background. Okay. So remembering the colors of cardstocks that I know I want this front to be glitter. So I'm going to change the color. I'm going to change it to a light green. It doesn't have to match. It doesn't have to be perfect in color. I'm just going to change it to that color. Okay. Then I want to change my background because I think I want to do I want to do black? No, let's just do a darker green. So now I'm going to change it. It don't look right on here, but in my brain, it makes sense. You just want to get as close as possible so that you can get a different matte. Okay. So putting these two together, I'm going to have a glitter top and a plain green background. All right. That is the idea for this bookmark. And then we're going to put it together. Any questions on this bookmark? This is how you achieve, if you do not have Creator Fabrica and you want to still create cute custom bookmarks, this is a basic way of how to connect whatever shape or item or words that you're wanting to do and put them into one. Okay, no questions? All right, so now we're going to just group this project together. That way I can just move it off to the side. The next project I want to create, which I already uploaded, we just got to locate it, is my, this was another one that I was working on, where if you wanted to have multiple layers of your bookmark, like a background to your bookmark, this was one I just did with the butterfly. So that's an option. But I was utilizing I was doing here we go. I was doing a watermark. Oh, this is another one that I was working on. This is the one I was telling you guys where I was using the Bantu knots. And so this is one. Sorry, let me get this Cricut out of here. As y'all see, I was working, okay? This is another bookmark that I was making using layers. This was another bookmark. So this is an option. Again, I did the same feature. You see, I just got the words connected, made sure they stayed in the middle. And this is I just layer it down. Okay. Y'all get the point, right? Thank y'all for the follows. All right. So I'm going to group that project together and move that off. All right. So now we're going to utilize, and we're going to make a watermark. What is a watermark, Farron? It's when you guys are taking pictures. Oh, thank you so much, Marina. When you guys are taking pictures or you're on live like me and you want to have your name somewhere in the screen, I want to show you guys, if you're not able to go, I get my actual one using acrylic. I use Creative Memories and Bling. Super greatly priced, super great materials. But I want to show you how to utilize it in cardstock if you just wanted something for now. Okay. Any questions before we go on to this next one? Any questions? Hello, Angelina. Hi. Okay. So now this is my brand. Okay. This is my logo. This is my brand. These are my words. This is my my font style, everything. Okay. Design Mastery Studio. So whatever your name of your business is, you're gonna put that. Okay. Or if you have a shape, or this is just my basic long logo. Okay. So I have my words. You can type it out, you can upload it, whatever you choose. And in this case, I uploaded it. So I want to make sure that it's aligned so that it's even. Okay. I'm going to have one. I want to use, is it going to be the same green? No. So I don't want to use the same green that I used up here because it is going to be a different green. So I'm going to do a darker green. My bad. My design is blue. Blue. My mastery is going to be purple. And my studio is going to be that dark green. Okay. All right. So now this is, again, it doesn't have to match whatever your brand is, as long as I just like to be able to separate so I know what category of what mat is going to go on when I get ready to print. Okay. So now you're like, okay, Farron, what do I do with this? Where is it going to go? How is it going to be put down? Here we go. So we're going to highlight it all, and I'm going to attach it. No, I'm not going to attach it. I'm going to group it. You see, attaching makes it all one color because it's now putting it together. So I want it together, and I just want to group it. Okay. I want to do an offset. That is what's going to hold it together. All right. Let me move it so y'all can see it on the screen as I move it around. Okay. 50% should be enough so you guys can zoom in and see. So you see this blue outline? That is me moving this up and down. Okay. Your goal is that you want everything to connect. So right now, nothing is really connecting, right? The M is not connecting, the A is not connecting, but I want all of the words to connect. So I know I need a bigger offset. Okay. And so I'm just going to keep going. And you don't have to, hold on, let me pause. You don't have to, this first layer, you don't have to get that huge because I don't want it to be ugly either. So I don't want a big old offset on my first one. It'll connect on my second one. So we can go just a little bit less. Okay. So now we're going to hit apply. All right. So now I'm going to do another offset, but I'm doing an offset of the offset. Okay. How did I align the words? I'll show you. Remind me to go back. So I'm going to do another offset. Okay. This time I want all of my words to connect. Okay. You see now it's giving me the outer of everything. All right. So now it's going to be apply. And I want to be super extra. So I'm going to do another offset. Okay. Because I got 3 brand colors. 1, 2. So I'm going to do one more actually after this. All right. And so I'm going to do one more offset. Boom. All right. So now we're going to zoom out. And here's my little imitation brand, right? So now the question was, how do I align? You're going to, I got to ungroup it first. Well, here, nope, let me ungroup first. Right here where it says align, and I'm going to center it vertically. So align and then center vertically. So if I was to move design up and then I wanted to highlight these 3 and then I want to align vertically, it's going to move it back down. You see how it moves it together? Okay. Let me know if that helped. Okay. So now we got to figure out what color we want to do. What do we want everything to be? Okay, because if I just go and do a mat right now, it's just going to give me black and gray, and that's not what we want. We want to make sure we utilize the space on our mats. Okay, so now I'm just going to make it a little bigger because we definitely going to have to rearrange the size anyway. All right, so we know our main is going to be blue. Okay, what do I want my background? I think I want to do black behind my words to help my name pop. Okay. So I'm going to keep the black that's right behind the words. And then I want to utilize, so that's this layer. Okay. We want to keep that. We're going to keep that. All right. So now this is going to be our first layer, and I'm just going to do each color of my brand. So I'm going to do it in the same order. I'm going to do the blue. Okay. And then this one is going to be the purple. And the colors that you're already using is up here. Okay. Because you want it to be the same color. So you want to stay up here. Yay, Kay. I'm so glad you caught part 2. Thank y'all for the follows. If you're on TikTok, please make sure you click the link in my bio and go over to YT where you can see the screen. Miss Trina, we was just talking about you. We was talking about these wonderful watermarks. So if you're available, come on over to YouTube. I'm showing them how to create it with cardstock, but I also told them that I get mine. If they want acrylic, they can come through you. Okay, so now we're going to utilize this last color, and I want it to be the green. Okay, and it's that deep green. There we go. Okay, so there are all my layers. So if you look here, you see that these have little dots, right? And you're like, I don't want dots. So I always click over here. If contour does not show up, you're good to go. All right. If I go here, you see now contour. Contour just means you have little specks or shapes inside of your project. I don't want that. I don't want the Cricut to try to use it. So you're going to hide all, okay, or click the ones that you want. So if you only wanted one to show, you would click that one and go from there. But I want both, so I'm going to click hide all. Okay. All right, and so I'm going to do the same thing for this one. You see contour doesn't show up down here, so that means you don't have it. Hey, Keisha. Okay. Any questions on what we're doing? And someone asked, how do we arrange it? So now everything should go back. And this is what it will look like after we get all of our colors together. All right. I got to be strategic how I do this. So I need to click this one, and this one. And I want to arrange center. Okay. If I had hit arrange center for all of it, this is what I would have gotten. You see how I would have centered the words that's loose? We don't want that. So that's why I only did the offsets and centered the offsets. Okay, so that's what you saw me do. That's how we make sure that all of that aligns. Okay, you see that? And then now I just move my words. So this is how you would manually, if you wanted to do your own work. No, Keisha, are you kidding me? I'm sorry, Keisha. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're doing okay. Keisha, what's your name on TikTok? So I can make sure I have the right one. Yes, Juki, you can't see what I'm working on because I'm on YouTube. So if you guys are on TikTok, you need to come over to YouTube, and YouTube can see the exact screen. They can see everything. So please make sure that you come on over to YouTube. I'm so sorry, Keisha. Miss Trina. All right. Okay. So now we need to size our project. Okay. Now we need to size our project. So for my width, I want a width of 8. Okay. I want a width of 8. And I only need about, I'm going to do a 2-inch height. All right. And then I'm going to zoom in. Y'all see how small it made it? So now I'm just going to zoom in. Uh-oh. We just undo. If you mess up, just hit undo. Okay. Oh, Keisha, I'm so sorry. Sending prayers your way, love. Definitely sending prayers your way. Okay. So now if you highlight both and everything, it's going to give you my 8 inches wide with my 2 inches high. You can do this however you want. Okay. You can do it however you want. That's just the size that I like. If I'm in the camera, I just want people to see what it is. Okay. Are there any questions on using words and creating offsets? Are there any questions on that? I'm going to group this together. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to go over here and I just want to make sure everything is together. Okay, I think I'm good. Okay, so I'm just going to group it together. Are there any other questions or ways, examples you guys are wanting before we go and start cutting? Are there any other questions or examples you're wanting to see before we start to cut? We're not using a printer today. We're just using our Cricuts. So if you guys haven't, please come on over to YT so you can see it's linked in my bio. If you click the link in my bio, it'll bring you over to our YouTube channel. I need questions. Anybody got questions? So we're going to make both bookmarks. Oh, no. Sorry, this bookmark. So we're going to, so if you're making a project and you don't want it to cut at that particular time, you can use this little eye over here. I did a basic overview of Cricut Design Space in week 1. So won't go all the way over it, but just little things that I like to do is hide projects because I don't want to completely delete it. And I want to hide the projects that I don't want to print. And then this one. All right. So now we have one more project that we're going to, this was just me. I made it myself, but then I was like, hey, what about people who don't want to make it? This is also a bookmark, and you fold it in half and it makes a butterfly at the top of your book, which they also have it on Creative Fabrica. It's this one. Isn't that cute, y'all? So you can utilize, I'm going to show you both ways. Okay. So y'all saw me go in Creative Fabrica, and we picked that out. So now we're going to go upload that project. So we're making bookmarks. We have a watermark, paper watermark, and 2 bookmarks. That's what we're creating. So we're doing some layered projects using our cardstock. And if y'all are just not joining, thank you so much. Make sure you minimize. Make sure you minimize and put a thumbs up on the video, please. And very thank you. Very thank you. All right. So to walk you through that step again, remember you guys can get the replay of all of the workshops. You can go and sign and register. You can go and sign up. Let me see if I find it. Yeah. Let me just bring this over so y'all can see. You can go and sign up for our VIP. We have 2 different passes. Our regular pass is just the replays. So you can utilize the replay of all of the workshops, week 1, 2, 3, and 4. Or you can upgrade and go to Hold on, y'all. I lost StreamYard. Hold on. Or you can go to and get the full access, which is our VIP Plus Pass. And the VIP Plus Pass, y'all, it comes with so much. It comes with all 4 replays. You also are going to get a live cake topper workshop with me. You'll get my sticker ebook. You will get some bonus materials, SVGs, things that we work on today. You will be able to get a 1-hour VIP study hall with me. You will be entered into a Amazon gift card raffle. Also, you will get 50% off all of your workshops in all of my workshops in 2025, but only the ones that I hold that are just with me. Okay, because I do sometimes team up with others. And so that's just for the ones that I do for myself. So it's a great value, y'all. If you're interested, I tell y'all, just for the replays alone, it is on sale right now. It's $20 off. So if you're interested, please hop onto the website and sign up and get it. If not, I hope you guys are enjoying the workshop. The workshop is free. So I hope y'all are enjoying it. All right. So now we're going to browse and we're going to upload. Okay. So now we're going to do the foldable bookmark. We just took it straight off of Creative Fabrica. Okay. And we're going to download it. All right. Again, make sure that you name your images and you want to upload. Okay. Okay. So y'all see it uploaded, right? I like mine at 11 inches, but I need to see how small it's going to be. No, 3 inches is good. Farrah? Oh, they must have went outside. I didn't even see them go outside, y'all. So we're going to keep it at 3 inches. All right. So I like mine to be 11 because I'm going to fold it in half. So you want it to be, thick enough and all of that. If you're in the chat on YouTube, can y'all let me know what Cricut you have, please? If you're in TikTok, make sure you click the link in the bio and come on over to YouTube. You guys will have the perfect view. They can see my screen and they're about to be able to see the overhead of everything. So please make sure that y'all come on over to YouTube, okay? Okay, we got an Explorer Air. Hello, Cherie. I have an Explorer Air too. I don't care how old or anything that you're using. I'm telling y'all, don't get rid of them Airs, the originals. I still use my Explorer Air and you'll be able to see them. Oh, you got 2? Okay, I see you, Angelina. We got an Explorer 4. How do you like the 4? I'm debating the 4. I have the Gold 2 as well. Oh, no, I have the Gold 1. Explorer 2. I have an X2. Okay. All right. All right. So now, literally, this is it, y'all. That's all you have to do. When you downloading stuff from Creative Fabrica, those of you who missed it from the beginning, I did show you guys how to utilize Creative Fabrica, how to find a project, save it, and now we just uploaded it. Let me zoom in. I'm sorry. I got y'all on 25%. So now we just size and we're done. That's how easy going to get stuff off of. I love it. Very fast, a little loud though. Okay. I do hear that they're very, very fast. Miss Pigeon, the Venture, that's what I'm talking about. The Venture, I'm like, oh my goodness. Do you have a smaller machine, Miss Pigeon, or you only have the Venture? And if you guys like, Farron, what is the Venture? What is the Venture? The Venture is the 24 inch. So it's the real big one. If you do a lot of projects and you don't want to do like I do and have 10 Cricuts, then a Venture would be really good for you because then you can do multiple projects on one screen or one cut. Okay. Y'all got some machines over there. All right. So now we've uploaded our project. We've sized it, right? I sized it. I want it to be 11. Only thing I need to do now is what color do I want it to be? That's it. So I want it to be, we're going to stick with, you know what? I'm going to do that green. So I want this to be my, my glitter cardstock. So that's going to be my glitter cardstock. And y'all will see why it's important to make sure that you utilize the colors up here that you're already using so that it goes to the same mat. Okay. So that's it for this one. This one I just did. We're going to do this thick. Now, this is some thick cardstock. It might be too intricate for those. So here we go. Contour. All right. Because I'm using thick cardstock, I don't think that these little pieces right here are going to look right. So I'm going to take them out. All right. So I'm going to zoom in so y'all can see it. So when you click contour, you're telling it to take out certain parts of your project. Okay. So I'm not going to cut these little, I'm not going to cut these little pieces. So you see, I'm just clicking on it and it's removing it. Okay. So I'm just going to take out, you could use this panel, but I'll be here forever trying to figure out which ones go to what. All right. So, all right. So y'all see, I feel like these little dots are going to give me problems too. So again, we could be as however we want. All right. So now let me exit so you can see the difference. So you see, I was able to remove the little dots, the little lines. And that's what it looked like before on this side. All right. So now I'm going to go back to contour again. And I'm going to go to my other wing. And I'm going to zoom in so that I can click and go. And I just want to click on the little pieces. I just don't want it to be weird and cut into my paper because it's too small. And it could cut perfectly fine. I just don't want to deal with it. Okay, so you have that option. So that's what the contour. You can only do contour on paper. Okay, you can't do it when you're doing print and cut. Okay, or not only paper, but only cut files when you're cutting it, not print and cutting. Print then cut. Okay. So now we're done with the Creative Fabrica one. Now, for those of you who don't have it, I'll give y'all the easiest way that I make them. There may be other people that make it their way, and that's amazing. But I'm just going to show you how I do it. Okay. I'm trying to think which butterfly, which butterfly I wanted. Let's just do a plain butterfly. I feel like this other one is better. Let's do this one. Okay. I don't like the ant. Are they called antennas, or is that just like roaches? Okay. We're gonna just do the basic. All right. So for me, this is just how I do it. Okay. I want to split this in half. Okay. I'm going to split this in half. I'm going to turn this a different color. And I'm going to make this as thin as possible. And I'm going to line this up in the center. Cool. Look, I did that without even seeing it. And I'm just going to slice. All right. So now I have two parts of a project. All right. I'm going to delete this. So now I'm going to contour. I'm going to delete the left side. And then I'm going to duplicate. And now I'm going to go back and delete the right side. And so now I got two pieces of my butterfly separate. Y'all saw how I did that? Okay. So for those of you who if you don't have an SVG of a project, if you don't have an SVG, but you have a PNG, it's the same thing. I showed y'all week 1 how to utilize that. Okay. So now I'm just going to do what this middle looks like, right? The middle is just a square. So now a rectangle. So now I'm going to zoom in because I want it to line up. Okay. And we just going to line up. And this is all you're doing is matching the shapes to what you have. Okay. All right. And so I'm going to zoom back out. How big was this one? 3.5, 3.25. So my height is going to be 3.25. I'm gonna do it on this side so I have it right. All right, and so I'm just going to get my middle. Are there any questions on what I'm doing or how I do it? So all you're doing is just playing with the height, and you just want to line it up. This is how I do my bookmarks as well. So whatever the height of this is where how you want to match it up. Okay, we're gonna weld it so it don't matter if it's not that as perfect. Okay. All right. So now we're going to take and we're going to make it, again, I want these to be aligned, right? And so I just want to align vertically because I don't want it to move. I just want it to align the two together. And just like that. All right. So now I'm going to take all of it together and I'm going to combine. D. You see that? Okay. And now you got your own bookmark. Okay. And you can still keep it how you want it and stretch it out to your 11. All right. And now you got your own bookmark. Any questions on how I did this? So I showed you how to create it on your own. And then I showed you how to just upload one. And you can use the ones with the holes in it and everything just for the sake of time. Okay. And I'm not doing a lot of things. So I went ahead and we're going to cut everything today because it's not a lot to cut. So I'm going to let y'all see the full cut. All right. So let me see what else I got over here. Oh, this was one I was working on earlier. I didn't size it. So I'm going to size it to 11. And then my height, I'm going to keep it the big height. And then what is this one? I'm going to hide these. So remember, if you want to get rid of stuff, you just hit the little I. So now I should have my 3 projects. I have that one. And we're going to make this one purple. So that way it cuts together. So I have this one, the butterfly, the one we made, and then I have our project. All right, y'all. So now we're ready to cut. Okay. So now we're going to go to make it. Everything is a cut file. If you look over here, everything is a basic cut file. And if we look at our grouped, everything in here is a basic cut file. So we're ready to go. So we're going to go and we're going to make it. Hopefully I didn't forget to put anything together. All right. So this is the black that's going to go behind our words, right? So that's that. This is going to be which green is this? Oh, I see we forgot to, oh no, we didn't. Okay. This is going to be, the darker green. All right. That's the darker green. This one is going to be the olive green. And so that's why I separate everything by color. This is going to be the glitter cardstock. This is going to be this blue cardstock. And then this is going to be my purple. All right. So when I am doing different color mats, all right, I am only going to use a 12 by 12 mat. We went more details on week 1. So I'll give you guys the overview. We don't want a mirror. Okay, because we're using paper, we're not using the vinyl. We don't want a mirror. We want to keep it at 12 by 12. Okay. Now, if you was doing a big project or I wanted to do 20 of these projects, I can go up here, change the number of copies to 20, and it's going to do my project 20 times. Okay. So now if for this black, you see how I have three mats? If I had a longer mat, I could change it to 12 by 24. And you see for the black, it moved it to where I got more on one screen. Okay. Another little tip that I told you guys last time is that I recommend that you have a 12 by 12 mat and a 12 by 24 mat. Okay. Any questions about any of this? Again, y'all, the purpose of this workshop, I don't want y'all to just take another workshop that you purchase or that you take notes on. I want y'all to actually be able to say, you know what, at the end of Farron's 4-week workshop, I was able to make ABCD. Okay, I want y'all to actually utilize. That's why I give y'all the study hall with the VIP Plus Pass, where you guys can come back, ask questions. You can make your project, and where I can help you where you're going to be stuck at or where you get stuck at. So please don't let this just be another workshop that you're watching and not actually walking away and doing the project with. Okay. All right, so that was if I wanted to expand on it. So I'm going to go back to just my one and I'm going to apply. All right. It's just telling me that it will undo everything that I did. All right. And so with this mat, I want to go back down to my 12 and we're good to go. All right. So in this case, I'm going to be using 6 different mats. I do recommend at least two 12 by 12s and two 12 by 24s. That's what I recommend for you. We're going to use only one machine today, only because we don't have a lot to cut. Your screen is going to tell you the color of the project that you need to use. So in this case, we're going to start with our black, and it's going to tell me, it's going to highlight where I'm going to start. So now I'm going to hit continue. Okay. We can't do anything. We need to change it. This is our maker, and we're using on mat. Sorry, y'all, I didn't pick the right machine. I got to turn on my maker. Hold on. So for those of you who also ask, how do I use multiple machines? You can see all of my machines. I would just pick which one for this project I'm using. And then I would minimize, open up another screen and click the other machine. All right. So I did just turn it on. So let me give it a second to recognize it. So we're going to be using the Maker 3. Make sure y'all drink y'all water. Okay. Don't be out here thirsty. All right. So I'm going to utilize this first. And I'm going to hit continue. This is where you have a lot of your base material. Okay. The material that I'm going to be using is this medium cardstock. But then I'm going to use poster board for my thicker glitter. Okay. But for my regular cardstock, my machine, the medium cardstock does really good. Okay. If you're doing 110 pound, you can still do your medium cardstock with more pressure. All right. So what I mean by more pressure, after you click it, you have the option to get more or less pressure. All right. So if you're doing 65 pounds, you can go less if you want. But I like the 80 pound. It does perfect every time and I get clean cuts. Okay. So give me a second and we're going to go over to the machine. Are there any questions? Are there any questions? I just want to make sure y'all can see. All right, so now we're going to go over to the machine. And again, we're going to use how I store my cardstock. If you look down here, it is by color. But you don't want to fold your cardstock. You want your cardstock to be straight out. Okay. I don't know how that got down here. But yeah, that's how I store my cardstock. All right. So when we're doing our mats, I should have brought y'all back over here first. Let me find our mats because our mats are hung up. Okay. So these are our mat section. This is an IKEA board that I love. And these hooks are also from IKEA. All right. This doesn't feel too sticky. All right. So we're going to use a green mat. I always tell y'all don't use green mats, but my green mats are old. So it's going to work. Okay. I'm going to go on this side, y'all, because this mat down here is going to mess up. Can y'all see okay? Can you let me know that you can see okay? I need to pull y'all up in. YouTube, y'all good? TikTok, if you're here, thank y'all so much for hanging out and watching. But I ask that y'all come on over to YouTube so that y'all can see the project being made directly. Can y'all see okay? YouTube. Let me clean off the screen. Look, let me clean off the screen. Okay. All right. So now we're going to take our mat. Okay. I'm going to be using a standard grip mat. The thing with the standard grip mat is that this is an older mat. So I can get away with using the standard grip. Okay. So I'm going to be doing the black because it's telling me, going back to our screen, it's telling me that the board we're using first is black. Okay. So I'm just going to, again, I use my brayer. Let me get the settings first. So we're going to do default. Okay. And now we're going to go back over here. And we're going to use our brayer. The way that you use your brayer, you're just going to rub it in this way. Okay. Rub it in that way. TikTok, if you're here, come on over to YouTube where you can see the screen firsthand, okay? Thank y'all for still liking and sharing. If you're on YouTube, please share out that live for me, okay? All right, so now we're going to load our mat, okay? We're going to load our mat. With the load, there's going to be a button to just kind of repeat from last week. This is a Maker 3, okay? So you have your power button, your load button. You also have your play button and your pause button. If you are using an Explorer family Cricut, you're going to have a knob, okay? And your knob is where you're going to be able to select your material, okay? So the makers, this is where a Maker and an Explorer differ, okay? So this is where you will pick your material. You still have your load mat. You still have your go mat button. I'm sorry, and you still have your pause. And then back here is your power. Okay, so that's going to be the difference. All right. So now we're ready to go. And when I hit load, you want to make sure. Let me get back in here so you can see. You want to make sure that your mat is between these clips. Okay. You want to make sure your mat is between those clips. And then we're going to hit load. For the Maker, it's going to load my entire mat. Okay, it's going to measure. That's what it's doing. It's measuring my mat. Okay. And now you're going to see that it's going to give me the next to be able to go. All right. So on here, when you're using a Maker, you have to pick your materials on the screen. But if you have an Explorer, you pick your material on your knob. Okay. So now we're ready to go. It's telling you that go, press go. All right. So if we go back to the machine, you will now see that the play is now, that's your go button. Okay, it's now telling you it's good to go. So now we're just going to let it do its magic, and we're going to let it cut. Okay, while that is cutting, are there any questions that I can help answer? Are there any questions that I can help answer? Is anybody going to try and attempt this project? Anybody? Y'all is quiet. I made a couple of name signs last week. Yay! If y'all are not, make sure that you go to my Facebook group. And I would love to see the projects that y'all are making. I do ask when you guys are posting things on your TikToks or your social medias, please tag us. Please let them know that you hung out with me over here in our Cricut workshop. All right. So now you're now going to see that it's ready to unload again. Okay. So the machine is going to tell you exactly what to do and where to go. All right. So I'm going to unload that. So you see here, we got a nice cut, right? We should not have to be peeling and picking. Let's hope that we got a nice clean cut. Okay. So when you pour your main project, it should leave everything else behind. You see that? That gave me a nice pull. Okay. So now I'm going to come back over here. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. This one doesn't, okay. So now we're going to use this is our little spatula. Sorry, I have it on a hook. It is on a hook. Uh-oh, hold on. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. So I do have my stuff stored on a hook, and I'm going to use my spatula and to get my letters up. All right, you see how my letters just come up? Because you don't want to bend it. And I just use, this is a Cricut spatula. It comes in a kit. You see how dirty my mat is, y'all? I still say use what you have. All right. So you see how it comes up? So that way it's pulling it up nice and smooth. You don't want to try to rip it because they are small letters. Okay. All right. I'm going to be loading the next mat. All right. So now it's telling me it's going to be doing the green. This is going to be the regular green. So I'm going to also too, if you're using scrap paper, when you hover over your project, I can't move the mouse, but you can see that the square stops a little past the 2. So if you're using scrap sheets, you want to make sure that your scrap paper goes past the mark that it has. All right. So in this case, I need to make sure my scrap paper is at least 2.5 by 6.5. Okay. So in this case, I do have that. So I'm going to use my scrap paper. And I'm going to show you. Okay. So I'm going to use my scrap paper again. It's it passed the 2.5 and it's past the 6.5. Okay, so it's my scrap paper, but hey, it's gonna work. Okay. I see your comments. Give me 1 second. Let me move y'all back to the Cricut. All right. Let me get this mat loaded and then we'll go right back to you guys. Again, I like to use my brayer because this mat is not as sticky. And I'm going to now use my next one. Always remember to hit remember this so that it remember for the next one. Okay, so now I'm going to load my mat. It's telling me I'm good to go to load my mat. Oh, let me show you what it says. Sorry. And see how it's measuring the mat? All right, it's measuring the mat. And then now it's telling me to go to the next one. So you'll see that it's going to be flashing. And now I just hit go. All right, let me answer your questions. Yes, it seems to be an easy project. It is, right, Miss Pigeon? And start with your name. Start with just creating some offsets to your name. Something cute that way. Also, while it's cutting, this is the screen is going to tell you how long it takes to cut. It's done cutting, y'all. That quick. Okay, that was a smaller project, but it's done. So I'm going to unload again. Your project should stay and your top part should move, should easy pull away. All right, and I'm just going to keep repeating those steps. Give me 1 second, y'all. I got you. I'll answer your questions. So our next one is going to be this dark green, which I know is for my logo. So, and have all your paper ready. If you have multiple boards, this is the perfect time to have the next step ready to go for your multiple boards. All right, so same thing here. It's going to measure my mat. I would definitely make a watermark, then laminate it. Yes, but see, I'm going to 3D it, so it's not going to be a need to laminate it. And be careful laminating because it'll be shiny, so it'll reflect your light when you go to take pictures. But not a bad idea. Currently, trying to work on a baby shower job, making some wall signs on coat toppers. That's too cute. That is too cute. That is too cute. I'm trying to keep my eye out because this board is not as sticky. It's not as sticky. And then we're going to work. As that's doing that, we're going to start. So we're done with this green. We're going to get our glue. And then I use foamies from Creative Memories and Bling as well. So that's Miss Trina. Miss Trina, I don't know if you're still here. Feel free to drop in a chat so I can bring you across the screen. But that is who I use for all of my color foamies. All right, again, a nice smooth. And even on my small, intricate letters, you see that? It still comes up. Okay? All right, y'all see that? If you're on TikTok, please make sure you come on over to YouTube. Okay. All righty. So I'm just going to use my spatula. And then I bend my board a little back. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so the next mat is telling me to use is now going to be my my glitter cardstock. So my glitter cardstock is going to be a lot thicker. Okay. I need 11 inches by 6. So we're gonna do the glitter last. Okay, so looking, I'm gonna go here. Again, I hovered over it. What I didn't realize is that I need to separate the project because this my scrap is shaped weird. Okay, so we're just gonna go down to the blue instead, and then we'll come back to that. All right, so you just click on that next project that you want. So in this case, we're gonna click on the blue, and now it's telling me it's gonna cut my blue. Okay. Again, use your brayer. And then I'm going to come on over to the mat. And I'm going to load it. Okay. Again, the maker is going to try to read it. And y'all don't have to watch it the whole time. So I'm going to bring y'all back over here. So you can see me start to make it. And we're almost done, y'all. Okay. So now we need to get we at least have our letters going. So we're going to separate the two. Okay. And then we have our black pieces. Now, if you need to, you can purchase little tweezers. Okay. These are also linked in my bio. These are Cricut tweezers, but these are inverted. So they go this way, or just the regular tweezers. I'll put some pictures on the Facebook when I get done. Yes, please do, Taylor. All right. So my black. Uh-oh. I got this area, y'all. Again, I'm very transparent so y'all can see. It says that it failed. So let's try to reconnect it. Let's see what happened. Make sure it didn't unplug. I'm not sure what happened. Okay, let's see. So we might just have to turn it off. And I'm just gonna have to recut it again. Let's hope it didn't mess up nothing. So sometimes this happens, okay? What better way to happen than in a class? All right, let's see. I just restarted it. So let's see if it connects now. But it did cut out some of the words. It just didn't do the big part. All right, so now it's connected. We're gonna wait because it did do, if you can see, it did do the blue, the word at least, and then it stopped. So we're gonna go to our next mat and go to our purple. Okay. And then I'll show you how to and remove stuff because we won't need to do the words again. We're not going to waste no paper, right? If y'all still there, drop a 2 and a heart. If you feel like you're learning something, drop a 2 and a heart. All right. So now we're going to do, is asking for purple, which is it my deep purple or my light purple? I only have one purple, so I think it's this deep purple. Yeah. So we're going to do this purple. All right, Miss Pigeon, I see you. So again, with your brayer, okay, this is the Cricut brand. You don't have to use that one, but this is linked in my LIB, and I'm just going to roll it, and I just want the paper to adhere to the board. Okay, again, my board is not as sticky, so this just help adheres it. Okay, Miss Pigeon, the only one paying attention, y'all, or felt like they learned something. That's okay. Y'all know me. It takes one. I only need one person. I only need one person. All right. So now that's going on the mat. And it's ready to go. And it's cutting. All right. So now we're going to come back over here. And we're just going to align. And I'm just going to put everything together. Mastery Studio. This is the M. I need the A. So this is going to be the back. Oh, no. Where are you at, Miss Pigeon? I need my R. And I got my Y. Okay, hold on. Oh, South Carolina. Oh no. Yeah, we in Texas and this weather has been crazy. I don't understand. I'm like, what is going on? So I'm sending prayers your way for sure. All right. So some of y'all may be delayed, which is fine. That could be what y'all doing. Y'all watching y'all like watching it at a different state. Not state, but at a different time. So design. Sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to spell. DLCG. All right. And then the N. And then STUI. And then here's the D and the O. All right. So now I'm just going to take it. This is where I use my tweezers. The glue that I'm going to be using is Barely Art. It's also linked in my bio. Oh, what was your town? I'm pretty sure I'm near it because the big flood that just took place, I'm about 30 minutes from. So you're just going to use a little bit of glue. You don't need a whole lot. Okay. And we're just going to layer it in the middle. All right. We're just going to layer it like that. And you don't need a whole lot of glue because you don't want it to be all like watery or leaking over. Can everybody see okay? Just want to make sure. All right. Oh, design is... No, y'all, the design ain't a D. Hold on. Oh, that still could be that D. The design D is blue. All right, let's unload this mat. STUD. Oh, it's not together. It's not together. All right, y'all. Here's the purple. Super cute. All right. So as y'all see, it should just pull straight on up. Okay, you see that? See how that pulls straight up? Okay. And so for the little parts, it should do the same thing. Y'all see that? It shouldn't be a bunch of pulling and tugging and all that stuff. Okay? You see how that did that? Pull straight up. All right, same thing. Here's our back. And then I'm going to utilize this. Yeah, it's not stuck down, but y'all know I be misspelling. So thank you for eyeing that. I really, really appreciate that. That means you paying attention, even in the midst of a storm. So I appreciate that. Not my letter sticking to the back of the board, y'all. Hold on. Look, I don't put everything in order, and look, I don't know. All right, so here, since we did that, we're gonna push it this way. We'll come back and redo it. I get asked, how do you get the little, like these little pieces off? The trick to that is using your scraper. Okay, so this is a scraping tool. Oh, you're from Kerrville? Yeah, that was horrible. I'm right down the way. So it was horrible. I work with people that live out there. And I just send all the love and support to the families and those babies. So sending love to you and your family, whether you knew anybody there or not. It still was a devastating situation. So I'm just scraping it up. You see that? I'm just scraping it up. And you want to do that in real time to help save your mats, because a lot of the stuff that's on my mat is paper. And also me not storing it properly. So if it falls or dust or whatever, but just like that, you're able to get the little pieces up. So I just scrape around, and if you see, I'm going and I'm able to get some of that old stuff up too. So this is also a way that you clean your mat. Get you some Dawn Power spray, and you're going to use that and scrape up and just scrape everything off. Okay, so now I want to show you guys really quick. I know we're multitasking. We're going to go back here so you can see what I'm doing before I put it on. So I'm going to hit cancel. All right, so yes. Let me show you what I'm talking about first. So the board, the mat, the paper that I'm using, okay, I can't, the way that it was, if you go, I'm gonna go back again. It's side by side. So it's telling me here, I need a mat I need a piece of paper that is 12 by at least 6. Okay. And if you go to what I'm using, it doesn't go all the way to the 6. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half. If I can find scissors, I see them. I'm going to cut them in half. And I'm going to go this way. All right. And so I know that this was my 12. All right. I might have to put some tape because this some thick old paper. All right. So we're going to brayer it down. Uh-oh. My little lettuce is, I should use my little baskets, y'all. Sorry. All right. And so now, hopefully we have enough. This one says that I need it to be at least 6.5. Yay, it is. And at least, and we're going to go to the bottom with it. Okay. So I'm going to go and move the mat up so you can see. I'm going to go to the bottom. Okay. So I'm going to bring y'all back over to the screen, and I'm going to zoom out. All right. So we know the top is good to go. We need to bring this one to the bottom. All right. And I need to have it at least, what is this? 1, 2, 2.5, which I do 1, 2.5. And then it needs to be at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 long. So we're good. Okay. All right, so this is what I'm doing. So I separated it. Oh, you can, Taylor. Taylor, you've been doing the embossing stuff. You're so right. You can use that. Taylor was saying that you can use the stuff that gets stuck onto the mat. You can use that to to emboss a piece of paper. And she is absolutely right. All right, so this is thick paper, y'all. So for those who don't have mats that are super sticky, because this is thick, I'm going to just use some painter's tape on the edge. Make sure it's painter's tape, y'all. Don't be going to get no big tape. You'll mess up your material. Okay, and I'm just doing it on the edge just so it holds it down. Because I want to be as sure as possible that it's tacked down. Okay. You don't have to be perfect. I just do enough. Okay. So then that's that mat. Now, the other thing that I want to make sure that we do before we send it. So now that we move that, that's good. The other thing is we want to take away design because we already cut design. So now we're going to click the three dots and you're going to hide the selected. Okay. So now it's just going to do our outline, but I'm going to move it over. Actually, I'm going to move it down a little bit because it started to cut the other one. So I'm just going to move it down just a little bit. Okay. So there we go. And so now we're ready to go back and hit continue. All right. So I wanted to fix those two and then we just go do the same steps over. Yes, it was. A coach and his wife both worked at the high school. Oh, both of them got taken. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, no, Kerrville. Oh man, it has just been a crazy week. And I just can't imagine the people who are directly affected in that area. So here I'm going to use poster board and I'm going to do more because this paper is very thick. Okay. But yeah, that's right down the way from us. And, just hearing the stories and, yeah, it's just, whew, them babies. That's all I could think about. And, all the senior, just people in general, but, the stories that's coming out after and what was happening and, the videos of the screams. Oh, it just was so sad. So sad. Okay. So now we're going to go and we're going to hit play. So while that's cutting, that's going to take a little longer. So we're going to now come back and restart this section. All right. I can't believe I just did that. Like I just did all that separating. This is the R. This is the D that goes into studio. Studio is O. Here's the I. D. STU. There goes that. So that's studio. And then mastery. M. This is the ST. So I need the A. MASTER. And then here's the Y. So I'm just separating again. Whatever your logo, and like I said, if it's a image, you would do it the same exact way, okay? And then S. And then IGN. Okay. All right. If y'all see something spelled wrong, just tell me. All right. So now we got the I, but I need the green I. These are the middle of the D, so we need to get them out so we don't accidentally use those. All right, so there's a couple of different ways I like to do my glue. There's times where I like to have, if I can find it, a piece of paper or something, and I'm not finding it. But we can use this. We can just use this little bit right here. So there's times that I'll just put a little bit here. Okay, put a little bit down, and then just take my item and rub it over it. Okay, and that'll give me the glue, like, because it's so narrow, that'll give me the enough glue that I need. So I'm just going to put it down, and then if you have spillage, just use you can use the felt tool or your finger, but make sure you get it off while it's wet so it don't dry with the overage. So again, your felt tool. All right, you don't need a whole lot of glue. I appreciate y'all sticking around and watching and participating in this free workshop. So the same thing here, you can utilize and just use. This is a precision tip, so it's good that way. Same thing, if you get a little bit too much glue, just use, and this glue dries clear anyway, but I still like to minimize it as possible. D? Who is that? Oh, text Baba. Let her know. Let her know. Okay, so then I have the S. So I'm trying to make sure that all of my colors are lining up, because if I have the same letter for another project, I just want to make sure. Also, make sure your letters are facing the right way. So this one is the ST. All of this is together. Any questions out there? And I know it's a live tutorial. Again, if you're wanting the replay, I do have that option for you guys. And the replay option does come with all 4 workshops replays. And then if you go up one more tier, then you can get all the other stuff that comes with it. So again, I want to stay with the green. I do not see a green T. Am I missing it? Maybe it's stuck somewhere. We'll just keep going. So let's do this D. Alrighty. Alrighty. I'm going to unload this mat. I'm going to put this over it so it don't mess up what we just did. Because I want to, before I unload it, I want to make sure it cut all the way through, and it did. Yay. Okay. Because if you unload it and it's not cut all the way through, you can hit the play button again and it'll recut. So even though this is thick, it's still cut really good. So again, I use the Poster Board Plus. Look at this. Okay, I don't want it to rip, Farron. Slow down. Oh, this is so cute. Look at that. And this is glitter, y'all. This is glitter paper. Look at that. It's so cute. Okay. And then up here is our, now this one's really going to be cute. And these are bookmarks. I don't know if y'all realized we were making bookmarks. Okay. And so these had little, remember I took out the little small intricate plate pieces, but look how smooth. So that means you have a really good cut, y'all. Okay. You see how it just comes up? And if you have one or two pieces that stuck, you just pull it out. But you see how your paper is not messed up? Your paper is not messed up. Thank you for the follows. Okay. It's a nice smooth. It's not raggedy. And then I'm going to do the same thing to get all this up. I'm just going to scrape it up. And I have a little trash can next to me. But I hold on to my mats to the very end, y'all. There are people who clean their mats. I say every time, I say, you know what, I'm just gonna buy one more time and then I'll start cleaning them. That's what I say. So I got so many mats though. I buy them when they on sale, y'all. I buy them when they're on sale. All right, so now we got our last mat ready to go, or getting ready to get ready to go, and it's going to be that blue. And it was the design, but remember, we moved it down, and hopefully it does start at the right spot. So it's going to start at a little bit above the 2. So I'm going to move this up. Okay. And I'm just going to use my brayer. I'm glad y'all like it. Thank y'all for engaging in this free workshop. All right. So this is going to be our last mat, and then we're ready to go. Uh-oh, I didn't click. We're going to go back to our medium cardstock, and then we'll be ready to go. I'm going to just make sure nothing got stuck. All right. All right. So that's going to cut fast. All right. So we're almost done, y'all. We are at the end. I'm still missing a T. So if y'all, oh, there go the T right here. These pieces are small, very intricate, and it's still cut straight. All right. So it's honestly all about your cuts, your needle. I mean, not needle, your blade. If you're having issues with your blade, you can always sharpen it before you go buy a new one. You ball up a piece of foil. You ball up a piece of foil and kind of ball it real tight, and then puncture it with the blade. And so that's how I sharpen. I have not had to buy new blades yet. I just keep sharpening my blades. And I've had my machines for a while, a long while. Okay. This one is, I think, backwards. Okay. Sorry, I forgot y'all on the screen. I almost bought another mat yesterday. It's a card template. Yeah. I hold on, girl. I hold on to the last. I hold on to the last bit. And I'm doing this one first just because it has the most pieces. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. So this is the S. Again, before I put it on, I want to make sure that I'm putting the glue on the right side. And you don't have to use your fingers. You can use the little tweezers. I just feel like I go a little faster with my hands. You don't need a whole lot of glue. And if you get some spillage, you just wipe it down. Next week, y'all, Thursday is going to be HTV. So things that you can make with that is like t-shirts, um, bags. I'm going to be doing a tote bag if I'm not mistaken. But it'll be the same concept of how to make t-shirts. That was another highly requested one when you guys are signing up for the emails, is that y'all wanted to see t-shirts. So it's like, okay. Sorry, y'all. Uh-oh. My phone is ringing. So I'm trying to turn it off. Uh-oh. Hold on. It got disconnected. Pause that thought. It disconnected because my phone was ringing. Let me bring it back in. Does anybody have questions about anything else? Any other things that we are utilizing or doing? So just assembling now. My pole phone gonna be broke. Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. It's not muted. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Is there anything else that anybody is wanting to learn how to make using their Cricuts? Um, I do have my sticker. Yeah, I am giving y'all my sticker one for free. I really hope y'all show up for that one. That is the most requested, and I only do that one free every now and then on TikTok. Um, but I decided to go ahead and include it in the 4-week free workshop. So I hope that's something that y'all are interested in doing and getting done. Um, yeah, I hope y'all are enjoying the workshop. I'm going to figure out how to make some boxes. Yeah, are you trying to do your own template or do you have templates from somewhere else? Creative Fabrica has really good templates. You know who has, I feel, the best box templates is um, Andrina Creations. Her box templates is fire. So we're going to be doing some of those as well. In the right place at the right time. Who is that? We doing a I was gonna say garage sale, but really clean out the garage. And as soon as I get done, I'm gonna go down and post pictures in our neighborhood group and tell people, come on, get this stuff. So I'm like, I need to get rid of stuff. Definitely enjoying the workshops, Farron. Thank you so much. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. And I appreciate y'all's support. It really means a lot to me that y'all come on and y'all support, y'all hang out. Um, it really means a lot. Alrighty. I hope y'all start with making a your watermarks. Because I feel like that's the first thing you should do is something where you're branding yourself. So anytime you on video or on live, you should have something with your name or your brand on it. Y'all know people like to steal videos. I'm so glad I found you. Oh, thank you. I found some small boxes at work. I was going to take some measurements of it. Okay, okay. Yeah, do your own templates. Andrina from Andrina Creation also has how to create templates. Um, so I'm telling you, I go to her for everything. She's super dope, super knowledgeable. So I keep putting the glue back straight, and I need to keep it upside down. Um, Creative Memories and Bling also has cup glue holders, so utilize her for that. And it just keeps your glue upside down, so that you don't have to keep trying to get it back to the tip. Okay, I'm clearly missing a E. Do y'all see an E? Or no? No, I'm not. It was just backwards. Okay. Is this S the right way? Which is the right way? This is the right way. Okay. All right. The last little piece, y'all. Oh my goodness. It was like it was never ending. This is when it's going to overflow because it shot out. But it's okay. We're going to clean it up. Did Keisha give me her name on TikTok so I can message her? Okay. So I'm just cleaning up my little areas. They do have a glue eraser too. But the thing I like about this glue is that after it dries, you don't really see it anyway. But I still like to clean it up. All right. So now we're going to go to our background. Okay. All right. So now our first layer, I have to remember, get them all together. We got this one, and the other one is still on the mat, on the machine. Alrighty. So I know it's D and then pink. Then purple. But I got to make sure it's the right way. I think it's this way. Yes, that lines up more. Again, make sure everything lines up first before you start gluing. We're going to make these 3D. I think it goes like this. It does. Okay, this one doesn't. This one doesn't line up. So maybe it goes this way. Okay, yeah. This is the same way. Let's try it. No, this lines up. Hold on, y'all. That's definitely the D. Unless this is backwards. Nope. I guess it's not. It's a little bit off though. You see that? Okay, let's put it on here first and then we'll line it up. Yes, I'm really enjoying the workshop. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You started popping up on my FYI when I started looking for Cricut hacks. What? I love hearing that. Okay, so now before we glue. I'm gonna put everything down. And yours may not be this intricate with the lettering and then mastering. And I'm just trying to line it up. Okay, y'all get the vision. Y'all get the vision. Mastery and then studio. Okay. Y'all get the vision? It's coming together. It's coming together. Okay. We have about 25 minutes, and I know we can be done in that time. And usually I have everything cut and ready, but I really wanted this time because last time I had it already cut. So I wanted to mix it up to show y'all for those who wanted to see the cutting feature of it, you know. Now, if it's spelled in the wrong spot, y'all let me know. Anybody got plans today? Anybody got plans? Hey! Are you watching? Am I on the TV? Am I loud? I just told Farrah, I said, come, Baba. I forgot to tell her I was on. So we're just doing we're recreating our watermark, but for those who are not able to go purchase a watermark at this time, this is a great beginner friendly project with paper cardstock to make your own business logo to where you can have it on the screen when you're crafting or doing your content or going live. Who's that? Y'all done? Y'all got rid of stuff? Huh? Okay. I had to get my tire fixed this morning, but right now I'm gonna owe this down for a nap. Yeah, I have to go do I went and got an oil change this morning. Y'all, do y'all in y'all area, do you guys have a it's here we call it like a Black Friday store. It's like where they do the Amazon returns. Do y'all have that? Do y'all have the return store? And it's like bins and pals. Well, why y'all tell me if you do? I went to mine this morning, and I don't really go on Saturday. The best day to go here is on Thursdays. That's when they restock everything. So it starts $8 on Thursdays. Fridays, I believe it's like 7, and then Saturdays is 5. Huh? Mom says she's watching TV, so she can't chat. Oh, okay, okay. Tell her okay. I thanks, Mom. Tell her she knows she can have her phone up at the same time. Oh, okay. So y'all do have yes, y'all. I got so much stuff. So today was $5 day, right? Let's just say I walked out. I was just going I wanted to walk. Um, I try to walk in the mornings, but I was like, oh, let's just go walk. But I was like, let me go walk in the store instead of walking outside. That was a mistake. Okay, just walk outside. Okay, But I found so much stuff. And then my phone died. So, I was really hot because I couldn't look up the stuff that I wanted to look up. Okay. Y'all see how this coming together? Look at that. Okay. All right. So for this step, we're going to use our foamy, but we're going to use, I think, black. So again, and I just ordered more from creative memory and bling. I just ordered more, but these are foamies. And this is what gives you your 3D effect. So you can pretty much use whatever color you want, but I'm going to utilize the black. And so I'm going to layer this second one. Okay, so I'm not going to glue it down. I'm going to give it that 3D effect. Okay, so this is foamies. Oh, Mom, I got yours. Remind me to bring it. I should have did 2 over here. But this stuff is so sticky. I'm like, I got to be careful because I don't want to rip my paper. But I'm going to do 2 right there. Okay, so, and you just take off this top part. But yeah, I just ordered some more foamies. I ordered some glass cans. Y'all, she has, let me show y'all because I ordered so many of these glasses because these make the perfect gifts. You can put, this is a glitter globe. We're going to do glitter globes too. We bring those back at the holiday. But you can do wraps with them. On our last live, this is also a glitter globe, but we made a wrap. And so she has these, y'all, for 60% off right now. But these are also sublimation glasses. So you can use them as sublimation or you can use it as regular. But I'm telling you, you don't sleep on Miss Trina stuff. All right, so now I'm just going to center it. Hold on, I can't see it. I got stuff in my way. Hold on. Thank you. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff planned, y'all. We got a lot of activities planned. Okay, so now it's going to give us that 3D effect. Okay, you see how it's 3D a little bit? All right, and then now we're going to do our backboard. This one is just, I think, upside down. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to do my black on this one. And again, this is just a quick starter. You wanting to just get some practice with your logo to where you have something ready to go when you're creating content until you're able to go and get one. It's just an easy practice with cardstock. So that's why I chose to do this one as one of the projects, because again, I want y'all to walk away and make stuff. I don't want y'all to walk away and not do because you're like, oh, I'm never going to use that, or this is so hard. I want y'all to actually utilize the items the projects that you're learning here. Hold on, y'all. I gotta be able to see it. Let me bring it down. All right, and just like that, you have a beautiful logo that you can have on your paper, on your screen, where people can see. So this is what we just made. We just made a logo. Hello, Miss Latoya. Okay, so that's one project. All right, so our next project, let's get rid of, we got to put stuff up, okay? All right, let's put this in the trash. All right, so that's one project. We're going to leave that on the screen. All All right, so our next project, y'all, this is super simple. We're going to just take this. Sorry, I folded it the wrong way. Take this, you're going to fold it inside out. And we're just going to bend it evenly. We're going to take our squeegee or a bone folder and we're just going to fold it. Okay. We're also going to come up here and we're going to fold it at the top. You're just going to fold it right at the bend. Okay. Same thing over here. We're going to fold it right at the bend. Oh, I didn't even realize. Y'all, I didn't realize I had that on the back. Remember to take the tag off of your paper. All right, so I'm just folding it. All right. And then it's going to make this cute butterfly. So we're going to go get our notebook that we also created in one of our workshops. Okay, so you can see. So we also make notebooks. So if you guys, planner season is coming up. All right, so this is our good friend Jay's book. We created it into a glitter notebook. And so what this does, you just created a cute butterfly that is a placeholder for your books. You see that? Isn't that cute? And you can go on the side. It's super cute. I like it. I hope y'all like it. But yeah. Super cute, super, super, super cute. And it looks cute in any type of book that you may have. And it's a cute little butterfly that just hangs on the top of your books. Okay, you can make them big or small. All right, so that's that one. And these are going to be the same way, okay? These are super, super huge. All right. So this is just a solid tone one. And you can make them all the sizes you want them to be. And so this one is a little shorter, but you see it has the same effect. Look at that. Can you see that? So it's a cute little bookmark. Y'all see that? Okay. I hope y'all like those. And then now for our other bookmark, we're just going to take it and we're going to layer it down. And we're just going to glue it. And again, I'm just dabbing on the little spot so it don't bleed over as much. The glue is a really good hold. And everything that you guys see can be found in my storefront, except this glitter one is from Michael's. I'm sorry, no. The glitter one is from Hobby Lobby. And so you just want to get enough to push down. And if we got to clean up, we just clean up. And then I just go on the opposite side. And I'm just going to make sure that it gets nice and smooth. And now you have your handheld bookmark. Can y'all see that? See how smooth that, or not smooth, but because it is, you can feel the glitter. But see, here's a little glue coming up. Hold on. And that is just simple how you layer your cardstock, your cutting settings, the type of cardstocks. And here are the matching bookmark. I know the butterfly one is super cute. Thank you, Sandy. All right. Yeah. Permanent vinyl. This week we did cardstock. Next week is HTV, which is your iron on.
Someone was detected at your home front door.
Sorry, guys. And then the fourth week is going to be stickers and how to create stickers using your Cricut. So my goal is for you guys to walk away utilizing and having projects, and also learning how to use Design Space, different materials on your Cricut, and learning how to cut different items on your Cricut. Are there any other questions that I can help answer before we head out for the day? Drop a number 3 in the chat if you felt like you learned something today.